Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am trying to keep myself grounded, but admittedly, I keep coming off of my feet. My energy is just like moving through the body at the moment. I'm so stoked for the conversation that will be had today. I have no clue what we're doing, no clue what we're talking about, but that's how it works. You know this by now. You've been listening for 3 seasons. You know what to expect. Welcome back to the Sovereign Soul. I am your host, Jacqueline Hopper. I'm so excited to have you here. I cannot wait for you to meet this powerhouse. I've been really waiting for this interview for a minute, so I'm like, I can't wait to meet her too. I would love for you all to meet my new best friend. She doesn't know it yet, but that's okay. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's going to introduce herself to you, and then we are going to get into some really juicy combo. Thank you for being on, Miss Elizabeth. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for inviting me. This is wonderful. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes.
So my name's Elizabeth Pfeiffer. I'm an intuitive coach and mentor, teacher, healer. I've been doing this for a long time, so I've had all the hats. But most recently, my new hat is creator of Notal Architecture, which is a brand new energetic system that helps people get to the root of their cause and clear out the whole system that's impacting it. So that's my fun zone. I've been working with that since November.
Nice.
I channeled it in basically as a response to what the fuck. I don't know if you do language. Do you do language
I
here?
do
Okay,
language.
you do
Yeah.
language. Okay,
Yeah, I try
so
not to, and then somebody else does. And then people try not to, and I get in here and I'm F-bombing it. And at this point, I'm just like, it is what it is. The show's been rated properly. It'll go where it'll go.
okay, cool,
You're
cool.
fine.
Okay, because I'm from North Jersey, so a little F word will slip out here or there.
Amen.
Um, so my response to creating this was I kept seeing over and over, and you probably have seen this too, a lot of clients coming in working on the same freaking problem for years. And
Yes.
it's like, I went to this healer and she did this, and then it came back, and I went to this coach, that coach. And so I was having those experiences as well. And I finally sat down and I said to Spirit, what the fuck? Like, why is everything rubber banding back? It should not be that way. And then I understood, they sent me, the system, and they explained that a lot of the times what we're treating is the symptom,
Hmm.
not the system. And I just got chills. So when when that happens, when you treat the symptom goes away, but you still have the root, right? And in nodal architecture, it is we call it nodes, right? 6 node system, which can be very tricky because even though one node might be active, it's really another node that's responsible for the issue. And so what a lot of people do is they treat the one node that's active and never address the other one. So the system never really clears. It
Hmm.
opens, but it immediately shuts back down within 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're looking for your next healer.
Right.
So I sat down, I channeled 265 master codes. It
Hmm.
took me 4 months.
I bet. Oh, I bet. I bet.
4 months. And master codes are just like activations to tell your soul and your body what shifts need to be made in that system in order for everything to free up. And then I've been practicing it. And the one thing that stood out for me, because, I don't know about you, but I get new stuff all the time. And I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. This just
Hmm.
sounds like a bunch of bull.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I had fibromyalgia. I do have chronic illness, but fibromyalgia. And I had plantar fasciitis and I had back pain. And I just adopted 2 dogs, 2 high energy dogs. So taking them for a walk for me was like torture.
Yeah.
So I created a session for myself. And then I shared it with everybody. And it was for fibromyalgia, the whole thing. 24 hours later, my plantar fasciitis was gone.
Yeah.
My back pain lessened. I
Yes.
had more energy.
Yep.
And in my head, I'm like, I'm still doubting it. Like, oh, it couldn't have been the session.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I monitored it for a month. I have no
Hmm.
plantar fasciitis. It's 4 months later.
Yep. Yep.
Wild
Yep.
stuff. And now for me, that's not a shift. That's a complete system clear,
100%.
right? And that
Yeah.
doesn't
100%.
bounce back.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, oh my gosh, we could actually give people
Mhm.
relief.
Yep.
We can make shifts that change instead of doing this yo-yoing in the healing industry. And I've just been on like a high. I'm like, let's do it. Like, how many people can I get in? I want to run all of these.
100%. So let me go back and play devil's advocate here. For our listener that has just met you and is falling
Yeah.
in love with you as we speak, talk to me about what these are. So this isn't like with, I know you and the audience is familiar with my 33 gates to heaven on earth, and it's all about the Christ consciousness ascension and moving energy up the spine and through the vertebrae centers and things of that nature, which is very much similar in the way of what it's going to show you and what it's going to trace it back to. So when you're working with this, mine would be more at that physical body level, and even the cellular and the DNA, the bone marrow, that deep in that way. Yours, however, is in the etheric field, correct? Did I say that right?
Yeah, it's in the etheric field, but it also has, I'll just give you an example. It
I
also
love this.
has a center node for the body.
Gotcha.
And you can't do the codes in the etheric field
Yep.
until the body code is done.
Yep. 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 Yep.
And that's the difference between, I think a lot of healers is like, if you're, I used to be a master of the etheric field. Well, I am a master of the etheric field, but I was like, all the energy, and then I couldn't figure out why I was burnt out. My
Yep.
nervous system was dysregulated. I was having panic attacks, right? Because we didn't address the body.
Yeah, you
And
go deep that
so,
far in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before we do anything, we
Mm-hmm.
have to make sure the body is prepared to receive the codes. And then, and only then, can we do the rest. And yes, it's in the etheric field, which, if you don't know energy, the etheric field can go up to 100 feet around you.
Yes, it's
And the little,
fascinating.
isn't that crazy? And the nodes are like placed in the field randomly. Like some are in the front, some are in the back, some are below, which was like really interesting to me also. But they have lines that communicate with each other.
Mm.
So if one goes offline, it could throw off the entire system.
Yes. And we know that for
Mhm.
those of us that are connected with the chakra system, how the chakra system will domino affect itself as well. You
Yes,
know, it's often something starts in the throat and then, you're purging, what needs to be healed around expression. But then we see in the heart space, well, you've never felt worthy enough, and we
yes,
move some energy in that way. And so I love that this is connected in that way where you are. I think all healing at the end of the day is like a full spectrum. It's the spiritual healing,
it
the
is.
mental, the emotional, the
Yep.
energetic, and the physical. You can't have one without the other. And
No.
so being able to see that your nodes are also communicating with one another and affected by one another makes perfect sense.
Hmm.
That when you bring one back to life or activate it or back online, I'm sure, because I know it geeks me out to such a level watching someone's energy then move up the spine in my way. I can imagine you get really lit up when you start seeing all of these lights start going in their etheric field and in their physical
Yes,
body.
yes,
Yeah.
it's very exciting. And the one thing that I've learned from this is because they show me the difference. So your chakra system opens up the pathways and
Yep.
it feels good and you have more energy. The nodal system is what we call it, although
Hmm.
ChatGPT keeps calling it noodle system. So I feel like I'm selling ramen.
Your noodle
The
system.
noodle
Oh
system.
my, keep it. I think it's book worthy. I mean, let's just get to the noodle of it all.
Let's
You know
get
what
the
I mean?
noodle, yes. We're gonna noodle it out. the, so the nodal system, as they explain it, it doesn't open up the energy flow because the chakra system already does that. This gets to the rooted pattern that's blocking the whole system. and then changes the whole pattern. So that's why people have one session and they're like, holy crap, why do I feel so different? Why is this moving? Why is this gone?
Yeah.
At first I was like, I don't know, I'm just, I'm just the messenger.
Facilitator. I'm just a facilitator. They just told me to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can only get away with that for so long before we start going, okay, really show me what happened.
Yeah, exactly. And at one time, somebody, like, I had a vision while I was working with someone, and it was like they showed me the communication line and the energy going through it. And I was like, ooh. And I had to, like, interrupt myself. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. And I'm like, I've never seen that before.
I
I'm
do the
learning something
same
right now.
thing. Oh my gosh, I do the same thing. And they're
Hmm.
like, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm great, and you're great too. I wish I could show you this. But it's
Yes,
fascinating. It's
it
fascinating.
is. It's like
It's
I'm a spirit junkie in that way. And if there's anything that works better than I already have or know, I'm in. Like I dug my head into this for 5 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because I was like, okay, because I want to have things that don't bounce back. I want to know what the patterns are for myself. So it started, like you said, I was a little,
same here.
for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's amazing. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing will ever compare to the testimony when someone else, like we can do it all day long, and we do. We truly do. We do it all day long. And people, when
We
I
do.
tell you, we do it beyond knowing that we're doing it. Like I'm always yelling at somebody, this guide, that guide, this healer, that healer, like there's a shit show of things going on behind the scenes. So it's happening all of the time. But there's still, I think we're so connected to our own story that we'll
Yeah.
doubt even when shit's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys are like, you're fine, keep going, stop it, quit complaining. And you're like, yeah, but when
Yeah.
someone else experiences the transformation, when
Hmm.
I was in Joshua Tree, and we did this first run of the 33 gates, there was a gentleman there that had been in back pain since February. We were there in October. One fell swoop of this, and he said, the back pain's gone, Jackie.
Isn't that
It's
crazy?
gone. And I'm like, it was. And I was like, oh, of course, I'm the healer. Of course,
Yeah.
that's what's supposed to. I ran up to my room and was like, oh my God.
Tell me
We
what
just
happened.
did. Exactly. Show me that again. That wasn't a one time thing, right? Please, please, please. And we, at that time, we were communicating with the Arcturians and the Sirians and the Pleiadians and all this energy. And I was like, oh my gosh. It wasn't my normal go-to, right? When this was just like, oh, we're having this experience here in Joshua Tree, and these are the players that come up for the show. And so
Hmm.
it really started my connection deeper with these star
Yes.
seeds and such, because this is not of this planet. And what you're explaining is so not of this planet. I mean, this is
No.
absolutely
No.
meant to take what we've learned thus far and amplify it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Reiki energy, I love it, respect it, master teacher over here. But it's been chewed up, spit out, and people don't give a shit anymore. We
Yeah.
need an upgrade, right? And so the chakra system and the lymphatic system and all of the other systems that we've known and known and known, this is a totally another level. And I love,
It
love,
is.
love, love it.
It's almost as if, okay, we gave you step one and you've been running the Reiki and you've been clearing the chakras and everything. Now it's step two that's really going to heighten the shifts. And I really think it's because we've reached that level of consciousness on the planet, or at least some of us have. And it's like go time. What
Yes.
feels on that? It's like go
Yes.
time. It's
It's
like
so go
next
time.
level. You have to step up now. Like you have to step in. You have to step up. You got
Yeah.
to really expand um, in a deeper way.
Well, not only that, but there is resonance around the idea that a lot of us have some dormant DNA and dormant cellular coding information, right? And it's not meant to be online until it's meant to be online. And so people don't understand, and I pray, as I'm sure you are as well, that this podcast goes exactly where it needs to go, as far as it needs to go, because people do not understand. Spirit's not just going to wake you up and go, hello, Elizabeth. I mean, maybe they do. Sometimes they do for me. Hello, Elizabeth. It's time for an upgrade. We don't
Right.
get that. How
No.
wonderful would it be? We
Yeah.
get symptoms. And I would love for you to go into some of the symptoms that you see in your clients that would help my audience understand that's what this might be, because
Mm,
it's not going to be, oh, wow, I'm learning new things about spirituality. Maybe it's time for me to go up. No, I mean, spirit puts you through somewhat of a ringer to
yes,
get your attention.
yes.
And it is definitely that next level where, like we were saying, the Reiki, you're going to go and find that temporary relief. We're
Hmm.
talking to a whole different ear. We're talking to a whole
It
nother
is.
inner ear here. We're talking to healers that have been doing this for quite some time but feel stalled. We're
Yeah,
talking to channels right now that have their gifts wide open, but you're wondering where's the depth? Where's that next piece?
yeah,
How do I become capable? Where's the capacity expansion where I can bring more of that guidance and more of that energy in? Because
yes.
your body will tap out unless you're doing some inner work
Hmm.
for yourself so that you can hold more of this energy. It's like a light bulb. You'll blow if you keep taking on more than you can
Yep,
handle. And
yep.
so I know when I channeled the gates, that was so that we could regulate the nervous systems to such a level and degree where the capacity of your channel can widen. That brings in so much more guidance and energy and vitality and aliveness. You
Yes.
experience a whole nother color, really, is what they kept showing me, which I thought was really cool. So this go into some of the symptoms that you're finding in your client when they come and you're like, oh, this is a no problem. This is totally the architecture that needs to be restructured. I've got this.
Yes. So a lot of people come to me. I do money coaching. I do money alignment. So
Okay.
that's my. Oh, I just got chills again. That's my stick. I don't know what's all the chills today. So a lot of people come in with what I call Node 5 issues, which is the manifestations. The manifestations are not showing up, right?
Yes.
And so it's like that's the presentation.
Yep.
It's I'm doing the work. I've done the law of assumption. I've done the law of attraction. I've had
Mhm.
healing. I've had mindset. I've had identity work. I've done it all. It's still not coming through in the way that I want it to, or it shuts off immediately. So when I look behind node 5, there's a couple of things at play. Number one, we got to check the nervous system. Because if
Yes.
you're trying to quantum leap into your next level, your nervous system will put on the brakes and go, hell no, and it will rubber band you right back to where you are. And it's not a safety issue necessarily. I mean, for the body, it's like I can't expand to
Mhm.
this level and hold it. So
Mhm.
it collapses, like you said.
Yep. Yep.
So that's the first thing.
Yep.
The second thing I notice, which is really, really wild. So if you're not spiritually inclined, like
Yep.
multidimensionally inclined,
Mhm.
it usually resolves to an identity issue.
Ooh,
Something around your
yes.
identity, your belief system, that is the rubber band. Now, my favorite people are my super multidimensional people
Yes.
because that is a node 6, and node 6 is about coherence but interference. And
Ah.
I love the interference avenues. That's the blueprints, that's the matrices, that's the whole, configuration. Sometimes it's entities, sometimes it's past life, sometimes it's sabotaging weapons in the field. I don't know why that gets me excited, but that
No,
it,
it does. It does. Because
it
when you can see the solution, when you know the problem, you have the solution. You know what I mean? And I know in my own work with my own mentors, when there is something that is not a Jackie problem, it's an interference problem. Oh, fuck that. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
something
and I'm
big.
like, no, I don't want to hear that. What do you mean I have a sword in my back? Right?
Exactly.
Like,
But for us, we're like, oh, thank God it's not a me thing. Oh, who put
yes,
that there? We know
exactly,
what to go and do for that. You know, many people,
exactly.
they get scared by that.
Yes,
No, it for us, it's kind of like, oh, thank God. You know, it's
yes.
not my mother wound coming up again.
Exactly, exactly. It's not childhood, it's not my mindset, it's not, it's
Yes.
literally an energetic component that most people don't want to get involved in. right?
But we have to because, and can we go into that? Can we riff a bit for that? Because I think it's
Yeah,
really important knowing that, especially with the state of the world the way that it is right now, it looks scary. But
yeah.
if you understand why it's going on and what it's actually attempting to move us into, you'd be
Hmm.
cheering this on because there's more light that's exposed when this stuff starts being purged.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I find that in this environment through the collective, not only has fear increased,
Big time.
which increases, the nervous system, panic, anxiety, and whatever, but it lowers your frequency. And I believe it's done on purpose,
Yeah.
lowers your frequency. So now you become available to outside, you know, beings or entities or who may not have your best interests at heart. Now, my perspective on that is that's a great lesson,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because it's teaching you how to become more empowered in the
Yep.
face of adversity and
Right.
to deal with those energetic things that are happening. 'Cause it's a
Yeah.
reminder that you're an energetic being, that you're a
Yes.
soul being,
Yes.
that you're
And
not the body,
yeah,
that you
and that you're
have the power.
sovereign. You're
Yeah.
sovereign. You are so
Yes.
sovereign. Okay, so there's something in the energy field messing with you. Okay, so there's
Yeah.
interference trying to block you from manifestation. Wonderful. But when we remember that you are so sovereign that just the awareness of that can go,
Yep.
absolutely not, and we rise
Yep.
up, right?
Exactly.
We forget.
Exactly.
And one of the things that I find, I don't know the word for it. It pisses me off as a mentor, but it softens me from a compassion area. It's kind of like you're so potent and you're so powerful, and yet these little things, because I would call them little because we can shift them like this, they screwed you up for just a second. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Shit, you forgot for a minute. That's all right.
Yep.
That's why you're here. Let's get back
Yep.
over here. We'll be okay. And now, clearly, the universe, the angels, the guides, whomever it is that's channeling all of these beautiful new things, they're channeling them to us and through us and for us so that we can come to the front line and go, okay, we've got to do it in a way that's never been done before. If for
Yes.
people to be like, evil believing that this is possible for them, we can't use the same jargon. We can't use the same techniques because
Yeah.
the egos have gotten a hold of it. That darker energy has gotten really smart
Yeah.
around it and knows how to
Yeah.
interfere. This stuff
Yep.
is so good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And it's all about remembering.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people who, I was tortured by entities for a good 10 years, not just in this dimension, in other dimensions as well. I would have astral travel dreams of being tortured in different dimensions. I mean, it was horrible and, freaked me out, set me into that fear-based state. But on the other end of it now, it's like, ugh, just, go away.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I'm numb to it now. Now it's like, I realize who I am. I'm like, dude, I'm more powerful than you are. All I have to say is, I command that you leave now.
Yeah.
Period. And it is
Yes, yes, yes.
done.
It's done. It's done.
Just like
And
that.
but it is the conviction in that, the belief that
Correct.
in that conviction it will work because
Yes.
words are words unless there's force behind it. And it doesn't need to be
Exactly.
negative force. It's that
Right.
potent power force that says, oh, absolutely not today. Not today. Come
Exactly.
back tomorrow. Not even,
Yeah.
like,
It's like, no, I'm not available for this. I am
yeah,
not available. My energy's not available. I'm not interested in that game plan anymore. Been there, done that. I'm moving on to bigger, better things. I don't need to keep my focus and attention there. Right?
right.
So, yeah, and
Yeah,
that's very important.
big time.
I don't see a lot of my clients have a lot of entity issues per se, every now and then, but they're usually all on a path to empowerment, to knowing and recognizing their power.
Right.
So,
And I'm loving that you say that because there's still sometimes they're using the word parasites. There are still some parasites.
yes,
In the
yes,
physical world, that's our naysayers. That's the ones that are showing up when you're ready to go all in and they're like, yeah, but the economy is so bad. How are you going to
yeah,
sell it at that price point? Those
yeah,
we would probably label as parasites. They don't get it, they don't know it, but their level of energy is at a low place. And if we
Yes.
hang out long enough, that's where we'll be too. So there isn't just the entity from like the energetic standpoint, there's the physical ones that are going on too. And
Yeah.
when you know who you are and when you are on that empowered path, boundaries are so
Yes, you
important.
gotta have boundaries. But to
And
add
that,
to your parasite thing before we move on,
yeah.
what I've learned about parasites, because I had a tapeworm and I didn't know it. And I
Really?
had a lot of entity interference at that point in time. And what
That's so
they
interesting.
told me, which is really interesting, is that if you have entities, like, and problems with entities, you more than likely have parasites in the body,
Mm,
cleanse the body of physical parasites as well. And I was on that journey. That's not a fun journey either, but I noticed that too. And I put a lot of my clients, I didn't put them on a cleanse, but I suggested a cleanse
sure.
for them. They did it and they were telling me how stuff was evacuating from their bodies.
Yeah, it's
And
huge.
parasites, those types, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but they talk to your head. They
Yes,
they
they
connect.
interfere.
Yes,
Yes. Yep.
yes. Even though
Yep.
they're a physical thing, they do affect the brain and they do all kinds of negative,
Yep.
dances in your head. And
Yep.
so sometimes it's like if you have an energetic entity, you probably have parasites. If you have
Yeah.
parasites, you probably have some energetic
Prone
interference
to it.
as well.
100%.
Yeah,
Yes. 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 These are
yeah.
huge. These are big things that I know there's not a lot of conversation about this at all
There's
in
not.
our world because we want to keep it light and fluffy, but let's at the end of the frickin' day, it can be light and fluffy till it's not. And there's a lot of spiritual warfare happening right now to get us to stay back in the
Yes.
light. But
Hmm.
no, we are meant to be here to forge that light forward because as a collective, we are going where we're going. Like we have
Yeah.
to go that way. There's
That,
no way we
and
can't,
you're absolutely right. I truly believe there is an effort
Yeah.
to disconnect people from their intuition and their soul because if you had a population that was fully connected and online, you have no control or power over them. And that doesn't work out for, whoever doesn't want
No.
that to happen.
Happen exactly, or the agendas that are in play, for other things. And
Yeah.
so it is so important that we recognize how much support we have around us, energetically,
Yeah.
spiritually, and coming into connection with healers such as ourselves
Hmm.
physically make it possible for people to move through physical ailments, but
Yeah.
also, one of the things, and I'm hearing Gary Vee. I don't know if you follow Gary Vee, if you know who Gary Vee is or not. Some of my people. So one of the things that he said in an Instagram reel at one point was that we're going to get to a place in time where people are going to pay just to have somebody take a walk with them. And I thought that from a business perspective was profound because like sign me up, I'll walk with you all day long if you're paying me and walking, talking, like come on. But from another level, that saddened me because we've gotten so disconnected and not to such a place where we are afraid to ask other people for help. We're
Hmm.
afraid to ask other people for help, right? And like that's the part where it's like, wow, like there are people here that really truly want you to succeed because it means something on us as well. My ripple doesn't ripple as far if you don't pick up what I put out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So go, baby,
Exactly.
go. And
Yes.
so especially when I saw the modality that you were working on, and as soon as Spirit was like very similar, she's downloading what you've been downloading, totally different, but not at the same time. It's all still the
Right.
same. It's
Yes.
like, wow, here's more of us coming online with these pieces of information that we are meant to deliver to the world, you know? And I know this is probably over here, but that's okay. If you are someone listening and you also have something that you've downloaded, very similar to what Elizabeth or I have done, one of the things that I want to say to you is that oftentimes, if you're not prone to the knowledge, when you download something like this, in the beginning, it's going to go haywire. In the beginning, it's going to look like it makes no sense. In the beginning, other people aren't going to understand whatever it is that you're trying to talk about. I know for myself, very vulnerably, I had struggle with how do I want to market this or how do I want to put this out to where people understand it. At the end of the day, we're reaching Christ consciousness. That's something they won't let me let go of. And so it's my job in the physical world to articulate Christ consciousness in a way that everyone understands it. Right? But as that's happening, I'm over here as a human going, oh, I don't know how to put that into words. Oh, I don't know how to explain that. Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
put this thing together. What if no one shows up or buys? Like, that's all nonsense from my human perspective. So if this is something you're finding, feeling, picking up as well within your space, please know this is part of that path.
Yes.
Right? I'm sure the people that came up with Reiki, that channeled that for the first time, got a lot of pushback. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Because what is coming through you to come online here in the physical world is so needed right now.
And I believe that there are a lot of people, I call them sleepers. There are a lot of light workers sleepers. Like
Sleepers.
you've been doing the work, you've been doing the classes and everything, and you know that there's something for you that's bigger and larger. You just don't know what it is yet.
Right,
And
right.
now it's like think people are starting to pop like popcorn. Like things are starting to
Yeah,
come in like, "Oh my gosh, I discovered this," or "Oh my gosh, I get it now." Somebody
yeah.
told me 15 years ago that I was going to bring in something very unique to myself. They're my codes. I came in with it. It's part of my pattern. And I've been waiting those
Dating, I know that
15
feeling.
years.
I know that feeling. It's like the clear quartz that needs to be activated so that you
Yes,
can get your record. Like when?
yes. And it's like it didn't make sense until now because I started my journey so low on the ladder with entities and ghosts and hauntings and psychic attacks and everything that I had to climb up. It took me 15 years to get here, to climb up this ladder to the point where I could actually be a vibrational match to it to bring it in. And
Yeah.
so I think a lot of people have that. You learn the basics. Like you said, I started also with Reiki. Reiki taught me about energy.
Yes.
Taught me that
Same
I
here.
can.
That was my gateway drug, I call it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
finished it. Level one, level two master teacher. Could not wait to put myself on the market. My guides were like, close the book and put it on the shelf. We will never use it again. And I was like,
Yep.
somebody owes me a couple $100. What do you mean you're not going to use this?
Yep.
Like, but it was my
Same
gateway
thing.
drug. Same thing.
Same thing.
Wow.
Yep. And I went through that whole journey as well. It was kind of like, okay, we're going to do the Reiki. We're not going to use it, but it's going to teach you how energy is, what energy is, how you
Yep.
can use it,
Yep.
how I can say words on this side of the screen and
Yep.
your entire field will shift.
Yes.
You know, just,
Yes. So
just that
good.
idea.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
idea.
Yep. Yep.
And then, we get here, and now we're changing patterns in people's
Yes.
blueprints,
It's amazing.
nervous system, you
Yes.
know, multi-dimensional. It's like wild. But a lot of people are starting to come online, I feel. And I think it's really important for healers to do their own healing
Yep.
so that you can get to where it is that you need to go. You
Yep.
learn new things from other healers,
Yep.
and you start to really embody yourself. You turn on your codes, you activate your crystalline DNA. You start to really go up the ladder as I did.
Yes.
Um, and I think that's really important in our journey of
Yes.
who we're becoming. Like I'm seeing a butterfly. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, really going in through that chrysalis stage and blooming out the butterfly. Because
Mm.
right now, the world needs this energy, even if you don't use it. I'm going to
Yep.
say, even if you don't use it, you don't
Yep.
sell it, you don't do anything, the
Yeah.
fact that you're ignited and you're
Mm-hmm.
activated and you're
Mm-hmm.
online and you practice
Mm-hmm.
it for yourself, that
Yep.
impacts everybody around you.
Around you, 100%, 100%. And it's we could chuckle behind the scenes because we know that even if you don't have any intention of using it, we know you will because spirit
You
works that
know?
way. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, okay. I was never going to communicate with dead people, and now we do that very
Uh-huh.
regularly. You know what I mean? Shying away from that, so
Uh-huh.
I think that this has been an amazing conversation, and I am so grateful that Spirit brought us together, because it feels so genuine and so deeper than just having met you for the first time. It feels like this has been something very much like what you were saying. Like it's been in the wing, waiting and waiting and waiting, and boom, here we go. We get to meet right now, you know, like it's been in our timeline. So I'm so grateful for this interaction. So grateful for your time here on the podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah, can you tell us, well, first off, tell us where we can find you. Where can we come hang out? Where's your playground?
Sure. So my playground is actually on Facebook right now. I have a
Me
community there called,
too.
yeah, Quantum Living. I call it Quantum Living because the work that I do is in the quantum. So
Hmm.
it's teaching people who are empathically sensitive or overly sensitive, light workers, healers, coaches, how to live in the 3D world, but using quantum energetics. So
Amazing.
I'm mostly there.
Awesome. Oh, I will make sure that our team has those links connected in the show notes so that anyone listening to this, or if you're seeing it on YouTube, you can go check out the show notes so that you can get yourself connected in her spaces. Make sure you like, follow, friend request this girl, blow her up so that she knows that you are coming from the podcast. What are you working on right now? And is it still pertaining to the codes? Like, is there a way? I know that you've got a freebie out there where people can start to kind of diagnose themselves and start to
Yes.
get into the know of this for themselves.
Yes, I actually have a free masterclass coming up in April.
Nice.
No, it's not
Wow.
free, actually, it's $10. But I do have a free diagnostic AI tool. I created a GPT and put
Wow.
all of my nodal information into it. And
Nice.
what it will do is if you go there and you tell it what's going on, it will tell you which node is impacted. Like
Gotcha.
where is the root of what's going on with you? And it'll explain it all
Sure.
in detail. It'll tell
That's
you
amazing.
everything that you want to know. And then it'll refer you to one of our programs where you can work on it if you choose. But I
Choose.
also do have some free trainings inside my group under the guide section.
Perfect. And we'll make sure that that group is noted in the comment section as well as your Facebook page so people can come into your world. So excited for you and everything that's unfolding. It sounds like you and I are going to be busy ladies over the next few
Yes,
years.
I
Like
hope
writing
so.
this, developing this, teaching this, supporting this. It's going to be so good. So good. All right, my friend. Well, thank you again for joining us on the podcast, The Sovereign
Thank you.
Soul. I'm so excited. All right, my friends, you know what to do. Go get busy liking, following, commenting, sharing some feedback. We'll make sure that Miss Elizabeth has it. And you'll also have your pathway to get to her and be in her world. So thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you. And we will see you all again next week. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.